is looking at you, kid.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Baby, I don't care.
Have a drink. All the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Didn't do it.
Why not?
The whole thing's been wrong from the beginning, and I feel dirty.
Is there anything I can do? Please, Dick, can't you relax for a second?
My name is Ned, Walter Ned. I was thinking about that dame upstairs and the way she had looked at me.
Is looking at you, kid.
Yesterday, this would have meant so much to us. Now it doesn't matter.
What can I tell you, kid? You're right. You're right.
Welcome to the Speakeasy Noircast, a podcast discussing film noirs of yesterday and neo-noirs of today. Each week, we're going to deliver a discussion of our analysis of classic noir films, and occasionally we'll interview up-and-coming directors and writers of new neo-noir films, all mixed in with our unintelligible banter. Your hosts for the show, Jason D. Morris and Carly Street.
But they're asleep all over America.
Is that your new shirt?
Yeah. Can you see it?
My
microphone's in the way.
My Flabbers.
Oh, careful not to. Have been Ghasted.
And it's a bear on the front. So, are you going to explain this? If I Google it, what's it gonna tell me?
Extreme shock. I think. I saw it and I couldn't stop laughing at it. I fell over laughing and I thought I've got to have that.
Is it Ghasted?
Ghasted, yeah.
My Flabbers are
Ghasted.
Oh, Flabber. Oh, God, I feel so dumb now.
My Flabbers have been Ghasted.
Got it. Okay. That's not even a British thing, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Flabbergasted. Okay, I get it now. I didn't understand that at all. What does that mean? Oh, it's terrible. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of those now. This one's funny. I don't even know. How would I show you this? Where's our... Okay. Private chat. Can I do that? No, that didn't work. Let me see. Copy image. Will it do that? It doesn't do that either.
Wow.
Damn it. Anyway.
You should visually describe it for me.
It's just an 1950s lady doing like this, and it says, "My Flabbers are Ghasted."
Do.
Yeah.
I got loads. I got one that got Jason on the front of it as well.
Like Friday the 13th, Jason? Oh, okay. I'll say
but
you don't want to.
It just says Jason in big letters, so I was going to wear that one day and just be like, "Hello."
I would say you're not wearing a shirt of me on your shirt. That's weird.
I might get a shirt of your face and just wear that.
All right. So how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been okay, but then I'm very upset with your nation.
Oh, well, I mean, we don't represent our president.
It's nothing to do with him. I was watching Perry Mason series 2. Where is season 3? Series 3, where is it?
It doesn't exist.
Why?
However, there's like 12 seasons of the original Perry Mason. I
want season 3 of the new Perry Mason.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. They canceled that.
Well, that sucks because it feels like 200 years I've been subjected to the Kardashians. I want season 3 of Perry Mason. So I'm not very happy.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was a good show. Yeah, I understand. All right. I don't know. I mean, you can't blame all of America.
But I am right now because I'm very angry.
Okay.
Very angry.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a Democrat, but I guess I could say, well, I'm moving out of America like all the rest of them are. And then you can't blame me. No blame for me.
Okay.
All right.
Eventually I'll calm down and just blame like HBO or whoever it is. But right now it's just general anger.
Who was that? The new... Oh, no. What? The new Perry Mason. Oh, that's actually a TV show from 1973. What? The new Perry Mason?
The new.
There you go. It's on IMDb. That makes sense. Company credits. Yep, HBO. You got it.
Yep.
24. No, it's. I guess you guys have HBO out there then, huh? I don't know. It is terrible that it was canceled. You got 6 Emmys and 4 wins and 38 nominations.
And no series 3.
And no series.
They're going to get really angry email off me.
That was the writer's strike, though, right? Wasn't that why?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was because of the writer's strike. That happened last time. I think that was like 2007. There was a bunch of great shows that came out and they all got canceled because of the writer's strike. It's like they just couldn't wait for it to be over and then bring the show back. I guess because people are under contract and the contracts expire. Something like that.
Well, the main guy is Welsh, so that's not too far away from me, so I can go and speak to him. I will.
Okay. You should.
And he probably doesn't live there anymore, but
What else was he in? Let's see.
The Americans, because I got really angry about Perry Mason, and then I decided that my revenge would be to watch The Americans. So I don't quite know how that works, but there we go.
I never watched The Americans. I did watch. He's in Watchmen. That's really good. I don't know if you watched that.
There's just quite a lot, and I only realised that there was no more Perry Mason like last week. So.
Oh, you didn't know that? Jesus, I've known that for like 2 years.
Oh, I didn't. I was sat there quite happily watching series 2 with the dog, and there we go. I
didn't even watch season 2 because I'm not British. I didn't even watch it because I knew it got canceled. Yeah, I know. He's in Cocaine Bear. Was he the Forest Ranger?
Oh my God. Well, I know what I'm watching exactly 2 minutes after this finishes.
You haven't seen that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Good Lord. It's I thought it was hilarious, but also it's like too gory for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put it on my list.
Jesus, he's in a lot of stuff. Damn.
Not Perry Mason season 3.
Nope. That's over with. Bye-bye. Wow. Oh, he was in the new Gremlins cartoon. Oh, he plays George Carlin in Saturday Night.
I see. Yeah, I saw a little clip of that.
Did you? Yeah. I want to see that. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
My Flabbers were Ghasted, Jason.
Not. Oh, he's in Watchmen, the cartoon, not the show. The HBO show was really good. Oh, well, whatever. Bye, Matthew. All right. Well, what have you been up to?
Not a lot, really, to be honest.
Yeah?
Because we were working at Christmas and stuff, and then obviously New Year was a bit of a write-off, so...
Why is it a write-off?
I've been, doing loads of stuff, New Year, New Me, and I haven't.
So it's still, 2023 for you? 2024? Jeez, I'm a year behind. It hasn't quite clicked over to 25 yet? No?
No. I got lost in a spiral of, research for some of the TV series that we're doing, and I don't know, I've lost, a month.
Oh, yeah. Well, that takes a lot of patience and time to... Oh, thank you.
I think you forgot about that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did make that a long time ago. Sorry.
Morning.
I wish I had
I don't know
somebody
if she
bring
heard
me
you.
stuff.
You're doing like live stream.
No, it's just recording.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, you're on the internet right now.
No,
So Lily's voice.
Okay, I'm on. Let's see. I'm tangled.
Oh dear. So I don't have headphones. I just get tangled up.
These are also wireless, but there's like a delay, so I don't use it.
Oh.
I do too. Peanut gallery. Yeah, so you guys didn't celebrate New Year's? What? Yeah, no.
It was a really fun time, was it, when my nan died? So we just kind of skipped over it a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
So
Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Great.
like it anyway, so it's not my
You
thing.
don't like New Year's anyway? No. You like Christmas, you like Santa Claus.
I like Christmas, I like Santa Claus. Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah, it's from the pub though. When we used to have the pub, because whenever there was like a big kickoff, it was always New Year's. It got to the point where we had to like shut the door and just let regulars in and not even be open because it was that bad.
That bad how?
I really
a lot of
liked it.
people?
Yeah, people just so at Christmas, people get sad at Christmas. They get sad. On New Year's Eve, they get angry. Genuinely, like at Christmas.
Gosh darn it, I'm still alive.
Yeah, like, oh my god, another year's gonna turn and I haven't done anything with my life and it's your fault. Whereas at Christmas, they're like, I'm so sad, I miss so and so. And they just kind of like get sad and be sad and be in the house or go home or what. It's a very different kind of atmosphere. Whereas at New Year's, it's like everybody's angry and drinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, no.
I get it. That's funny. I don't know, but your guys like culture out there as far as like beer goes is like a big deal, right? Like you guys basically live in pubs.
The ones that are left, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like pubs are like miniature golf for you guys, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. Told you, we are bar rescue. Street's been watching that, by the way.
Good, yeah, it's crazy, right? What a
yeah,
like over the top show. Yeah, it's so fake.
Really like it.
Yeah,
but it's so fun.
Yeah, yeah. I think the thing that's funniest about it is that I don't think John Tafford realized that it's fake. I think the producers like shield him from the setups, and so he goes in there thinking that he's really doing something, right? Because I've done a lot of reading and stuff on it, and it seems like the producers like set a lot of stuff up beforehand, like put bugs in the drinks and whatever it is, make the kitchen like nasty or whatever. And then I don't think the host like really realizes like how deep that is as far as like not being real. And then a lot of guests are like, yeah, the producers asked us to like really like play up the fighting and arguing and the absurdity and stuff like that. It's just that part of it to me is like, it's hilarious. That's like thinking about the people that believe in Bigfoot. It's like, oh my gosh,
No, well, I like the guest. You know, when he gets like, this is the biggest pizza chef in New York, and he's eating your pizza. And I love when they come on and they're like, it's my moment to shine, and then they just start being ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's yeah.
You start like throwing things around, and you can see him like, that's my job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absurd. Speaking of bar rescue, do you have a drink for tonight?
You have a drink for tonight?
I have a drink for tonight, yeah. Are you excited?
Oh, nice. I am.
I feel like it's been a long time.
Kinda.
It's been a while. Kind of. All right, fine, whatever. I won't tell anybody what it is then. Let's keep it for myself.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just worried that you're not going to be able to say what it is.
Funny. Ha ha. Well, I think, because I'm just going to read it. Tonight's drink is called The Fingerprint. The Fingerprint.
I genuinely thought it was going to be something else then for a second.
Yeah, what
Sorry.
a funny title for this movie tonight. The Fingerprint is a smoky, bold, and slightly dangerous cocktail with a hidden twist, perfect for a noir B-movie like tonight's film. The ingredients are 2 ounces of rye whiskey, half ounce of Amaro. Yep, don't know what that is. Half ounce of black walnut liqueur, quarter ounce of absinthe. Ooh, nice. 2 dashes. It's like I haven't read this before, but it's just clicking for me what's in it. I've read it before. I mean, anyway. 2 dashes of Ignostra bitters, lemon twist for garnish, and a smoked cherry wood. I don't know, have you ever had one of those drinks where they like take like a cinnamon stick or something, they light it on fire and then put it in the glass and they put something over it to like smoke the drink? No, it's really cool. And it gives it like this awesome smoky flavor. Shawnee and I tried to do this last Christmas. We bought like cinnamon sticks and stuff like that, and it just did not work. I don't know how they do it, but we couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to work.
You just like literally light it on, like with a lighter, you just light it on fire and then just stick it in your drink.
Yeah, but then you got to cover it so it like the smoke permeates into the drink and it like casts its smoky kind of flavor. It's like smoking meat or something on a barbecue.
Isn't that like just putting out a fire?
No, because it's like it's cinnamon. It's a cinnamon stick. It's not just a piece of charcoal or something, right? And it like burns itself out, or like it more like it doesn't like just light on fire. It burns more like an incense stick or something like that.
Do you take it out after, or do you drink it with that in?
No, you just leave it in there. That's too weird. It's good.
Not on my top 10, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's good. You should try it. Yeah. I don't know. Like you should. I don't know. You guys drink a lot of beer though, so if you have any places that serve cocktails out there, you should see if you can find one of those.
Nobody can afford cocktails in the UK, Jason. So no. To be honest.
Were there any Trump tariffs on the UK? I didn't look.
Coming soon.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, I've never tried anything with a smoked cherry wood though, so that's interesting. Just the cinnamon sticks, but anyway, instructions how to make it. In a mixing glass, add rye, whiskey, Amaro, black walnut liqueur, absinthe, and bitters. Fill the ice and stir until you don't shake this one. You stir it until it's well chilled. Strain it into a chilled coupe or old-fashioned glass. Squeeze a lemon twist over the drink and drop it in. Here is the optional, but also I think is well worth it. Place a smoke-filled glass dome over the drink with cherry wood smoke before serving. Then dramatically lift for added atmosphere.
You dramatically lift. Kind of want to see that.
That's my dramatic lift, right? It's kind of like,
an image of like a magician just going.
Yeah, exactly. Ta-da! That what's that? The spice guy. That thing. Whatever. Right. Yeah. So there you go. That's The Fingerprint, which is tonight's drink, which sounds a lot better than tonight's movie. Just heads up for me. I don't know. Carly probably loved it. She's probably gonna give it a 10. Yeah. She gives a lot of things 10s.
I might just do it just to annoy you, to be honest.
Well, that won't annoy me. That will just make me lose respect for you.
I'm already wearing a t-shirt with a bear on that says my Flabbers have been Ghasted. I mean, there's nothing left.
That didn't help you at all. Not at all. All right, folks. So that's tonight's drink, The Fingerprint. I hope you have the ability to make it with all these strange ingredients and enjoy it with tonight's film. Here is the trailer for this, I don't know, B movie noir. Nope.
Same
We'll say it
thing.
later. We'll say it later. I'm curious because your synopsis. I'm curious where you go with that one. So enjoy there is no trailer for this movie because I guess it's that popular. So I did cut together a few little quick clips of the film for you guys to listen to. Enjoy. I guess I should click the button, right? Here we go.
That's what I like about you, Dutch. You're smart and you're big.
You got no idea how big or how dangerous it is to try and hurt me. Pull around the corner, Big. Make our call now.
How big are you?
I own men and women, Casey, all over the country. I own them. Some of them like to gamble, some of them like to drink. But I own them, body and soul. I own them.
Right. I'm gonna kill you, Dutch. Now you're gonna know how Gladys fell only with you. It's gonna take longer.
Oh, forgot to hit the button. Even the driver's name was Big.
You ever played that game, What The Dub, where they just play like really old clips of films that are horrendous with like, and you can put your own words in and you can put your own sounds in. It looks
No.
like somebody has played that clip on What The Dub and just made their own shit up. It's
I've never heard of that. What the Dub?
yeah, it's so fun.
So it's like Mystery Science Theater, but like at
You
home.
know what that is?
Oh, what? What? Terrible.
It's
How do you
a
not know
really
what that
fun
is?
game. It's
All right.
really fun. You play it on like through the PlayStation or whatever.
Okay. Well, Mystery Science Theater 3000 is that, but it's a TV show. So what they do is they take old films and they sit in a theater and they just riff on it.
Oh.
They sometimes will like, say their own words for the characters or make fun of it in funny ways. And I think they had another incarnation of it called Riff Tracks. And then I think Mystery Science came back and like, it's one human and then like a robot and I don't know, something else. And yeah, it's pretty funny with the right movie, but sometimes it's like, it's almost as painful as watching the dumb movie that they're playing. Yeah.
The actual film.
Yeah.
What The Dub's really funny till everybody runs out of ideas because everybody runs out of ideas at the same time. So it kind of like fizzles.
Yeah. Well, these guys don't ever seem to run out of ideas, but it's just you have to be one of those types of people that like stupid humor, and I don't take you for that because you look very serious right now. I was like, what am I even doing here?
I was thinking, I kind of do. That's literally what was running through my head. That's me.
All right. So tonight's movie is I'm not going to say the name, is a 1955 American crime film noir B film directed by Harold D. Schuster and starring Frank Lovejoy, who sounds like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Forrest
And
Tucker.
looks like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I can't believe you just ruined it. That's the only thing I have to say about this goddamn movie, and you just fucking ruined it. I seriously, when I got to the end of the movie, I was like, wow, I didn't know Bryan Cranston was in a noir. It's unbelievable. You're a brat. God damn it. Okay, well, now I have nothing to talk about.
Sorry.
Starring Frank Lovejoy as Bryan Cranston, Forrest Tucker, and Peggy Castle, who's probably the only redeeming actor in the movie. I don't know any of these other people. But anyway, interestingly, the only piece of trivia that I can find in this movie is that it also has 4 other names. So I'm not going to give the audience the name of this film, but I'm going to give them the alternate names of the film, which aren't as funny.
Oh.
So there's 4 of them that I found. City That Never Sleeps, Dark Venture, The Hijackers, Today Is Forever. These all sound like Bond movies, but yeah.
You do.
So before we get any further, Carly, why don't you give us your in a nutshell synopsis?
Okay. Right. A looked-out ex-con with a seriously split personality turns double-crosser after being forced to work with the most incompetent police force possibly in the history of film noir.
Interesting. Do you have another one? Because you usually have two.
No, because I started going down the route of how much the title made me laugh, and I just couldn't finish anything.
Yeah. So tonight's movie's name is Fingerman.
I can't take it seriously.
I can't either. I didn't understand what it was either, and I wasn't sure I wanted to, so I had to like Google it. And the only way I really figured it out was before watching the movie was by the poster, because the poster is literally him going, right?
I fingered that dude.
Right. It's just so dumb. And then hearing the dialogue in the scenes that we just played. How big are you? I'm big. I'm really big. I'm bigger than big.
Name's like Lovejoy or whatever.
And then his driver's name is Big. Big. Keep going or whatever. It's just so ridiculous.
You should have seen Lillian Street's face when they went, "What are you watching?" And I told them, and they just went, "What?"
I can imagine. Yeah. This is why did you pick this one?
I give you a choice of two.
You did, yeah. And I had to pick the one with the stupidest name.
I know, instead of the Edward G. Robinson film that may or may not have been film noir.
I didn't even look at the other one. Was it really? I passed up an Edward G. Robinson movie?
You did for the fingered man.
I didn't understand the words.
So I couldn't like actually type the words. I was trying to say.
Tizadoo? It's probably I should probably
it's like
know
Black
what that is.
Street. I don't remember.
No, it says Tizadoo. I mean, that's what you typed.
It's not what I meant.
Oh, is it Black Tuesday?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Black Tuesday, Edward G. Robinson. I didn't pick it because I didn't know what Black Tizadoo means.
So you was gonna go on the playlist and like scroll down. I didn't.
Fingerman was first. And there is no Black Tizadoo on the list, so I wouldn't even have found it.
No.
All right. Well.
Sorry.
So yeah. This is I think that the biggest downfall of this movie is that it's highly inconsistent within its own script. You got this criminal who gets called in or picked up by the police for doing criminal things, and the cops are just basically like, we have an eyewitness and you're going to go to jail forever if you don't help us, I don't know, arrest this other gangster that you don't even know, which is weird.
Finger. He's got a finger in, remember?
Yeah, he's got a finger in me. This is going to be a terrible podcast.
I know.
God. Yeah, so he's got a finger in him. Hey. Straight face. All right. I can't do it. Okay. So he agrees because he doesn't want to go to jail, and they entice him by what is this? What do they try? They're like, you have to do something big. Big is a theme in this movie.
It is.
He's got to do something really big, explosive with his life in order to change and get out of crime or some. The line was funny. And I guess that means being a rat, right? They should call it the rat.
Yes.
Right?
That would have been better. Anything would have been better.
Right? Yeah. Well, I don't know, because it's definitely funny.
I don't think it's meant to be funny, though. That's the point.
No, definitely not. But
it's meant to be quite serious, I think.
Yeah. So he agrees and does his thing, and to be honest, it's really slow. So I was in and out of this movie, but his wife is dying of something. She's got something, and she's taking some kind of they're giving her some kind of medication.
No, that's his sister.
His sister. That's his sister?
his
All right.
sister's like,
his sister.
I didn't really know what was wrong with her, but from the synopsis, it said that she was an alcoholic, so I just assumed that that's what it was, but I wasn't quite sure what was wrong with her. Because she used to work for that guy, that Dutch or something.
Yeah, which it was a prostitute or something. Like
I'm
what it
guessing.
seemed like. Yeah, and it seemed like she had like it. From what I got from it, I assume doctors are medicating her in some way.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like she's taking some sort of medication and it's like messing her up. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
She
with
said
that.
it like kill her or cure her, but I don't really know.
Yeah. And whatever I don't think we ever find out what she has. Right? It's weird. It's not clear. But anyway, so and I didn't catch that was his sister. I don't know where I missed that at, but I thought it was like his wife or ex-wife or something. Was that not his kid that he goes in and says hi to? Like,
No, it was his
nephew?
niece.
It was a boy, wasn't it?
Oh my god. What's it? Oh, you've got me doubting myself now.
I swear it was a
girl.
Was it really? Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, because I remember thinking when he came into the room, they must have she just sort of stood there and somebody must have shouted, "Go!" And she went from doing this to
Yeah, right. Is it really you? Whatever his name was, is it really you?
Yeah. And then she was looking at the camera and going like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble by people because Anyway, so he somehow ends up making his way into this little mafia group, which is really strange because the main dude. This is where like the movie really like bothers me.
He just beats them all up.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. The guy is like a super like, he's the Russell Crowe of Jesus Christ, what's the name? Tell me, what's it called?
Oh god, the guy Pace one. LA Confidential.
Yeah, LA Confidential. Yeah, he's like the Russell Crowe of LA Confidential, right? He's just like the heavyweight beating everybody up. And the main boss guy is like, I don't like violence. We don't do violence, but I really like you. It's like this constant like, I don't like violence, but you're really cool. Why does he like this dude? Because all he does is want to beat up his own people. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so absurd. And it's like, and then he lets him into like the inner circle kind of thing. And it's just so ridiculous. Like that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Because he did it. What I didn't get was he did it after they found the policeman. So they knew that the police were following him, and because the stupidest police officer ever made a phone call to the police in his club or whatever, and then sat there like. So they knew because they'd thrown him in front of a car or whatever. So they knew that he was being followed by the police, and then still let him in the gang.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, most times it would have probably killed him, but not in this movie. Because somebody wanted to get fingered.
He did. Well, he really liked him, apparently. He said it. We should play a drinking game. We should watch this again live. And every time he says that he declares that he likes him, we'll just have a shot.
Yeah, either that or the word big is used. Both of those. Oh, God. So he meets this girl who's played by Peggy Castle, and I don't remember her name in the movie. And I literally just watched this. And was it Robert?
Maybe Gladys.
Oh, Gladys.
Maybe.
I said Robert. I'm like, that was weird. Actually, I think you're right. Because Gladys is dead.
I don't know. I got that wrong.
I think it's something similar to that. I think you're close. If it's not right, I'm pretty sure it's right though. So, but anyway, so he meets this girl, and I don't know. He asks her for a drink, and then all of a sudden they're in love, which is another like weird thing in this movie. So then she becomes like sort of a catalyst for all of this nonsense. I guess she used to be with one of the other thugs. Did I get that right? And so he's upset that.
I think so. Or she used to work very closely with him. Like he was very weird with her. I wonder if it was. But then she wouldn't have been able to leave him, so it couldn't have been him. So I don't
almost
know.
feel like in a modern day movie, she would have been the prostitute, he would have been the John, and he would have been pissed off because the prostitute's like falling in love with somebody else, kind of thing. And then so he's upset, and then the two guys like fight and whatever, because that's kind of what happens. And I just found that all ridiculous. And then like when he confronts him towards the end and like beats him up, oh my god! All I can think of is, I don't know if you remember the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie with Paul Rubens' character Pee Wee Herman, when he gets the stake through the heart and he's like, and he just like doesn't die for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what this reminded me of, because that guy is just like, he's whining. He's a grown ass man. He's like, and he's just like whining. Like the guy's not even hitting you anymore. You're like crying like a child. It was ridiculous.
I love the fight scenes. They're so out of sync. He's like, boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty classic. It's pretty classic.
Did he put him in a coma, by the way? Because he was just crying and whining on the floor with a couple of cuts, and then all of a sudden he's in the coma.
Yeah, they did. That was really strange. Yeah. And it was just through dialogue. They're just like, don't worry about him. He's in a coma.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, what happened? Because he was pretty awake, you know.
Is he not going to
maybe
get
the cops did it,
putting him in a coma?
Well, I
or is that
think
allowed?
He's not going to, because in the real world he probably would be, but because he's working for the police, you know, there's not going to be any trouble there. I think they're looking out for him, and that's why I was thinking, like, maybe he didn't even actually put him in the coma. Maybe the cops did.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't.
That
so
would
he wouldn't
make more
talk.
sense.
Yeah. Maybe that was just sort of like an idea that wasn't, you know, all the way there. But I don't know. I think that my watch keeps telling me to drink water, but I don't have my water here.
Drink water.
I know. So that was for Troy. He hates hearing me drink coffee. So Troy, if you're listening, which I know you're not, but it's for you anyway. Yeah. I got one last thing that really bugs me about this movie. The wiring. He wires up his arm. The cops want him to get him on wire. And and no, the microphone is at the end of his wrist. They're sitting in a car, his arms are down, and they're talking. And I mean, like, what a terrible place to put that, right? It makes no sense whatsoever. And then, like, I don't even know how the other guy discovers it. We like pats his hand or something, and he's like, you know, and gets pissed off at him. And it was just so absurd. Like, he probably wouldn't. I mean, I highly doubt he would have felt that, you know, wire on his wrist. And I don't think it would have picked up as clear as like it does in the movie about, you know, his confession and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was really dumb. And then I'm like thinking to myself, well, he wires it up, then he grabs a gun and sticks it in his pants, and his pants are so loose. I mean, that gun would just run, whoop. You know what I mean? It's so silly. But I'm thinking, okay, this guy's gonna be shooting this gun later. All you're gonna hear on the wire is bang, 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 right? It's just right on his wrist.
Why can you not hear rustling from his sleeve?
I mean, right? Or anything. Like, I mean, you're either not going to hear anything because it's nowhere near anybody's mouth, right? Or, you know, just going to have tons of room.
Crystal clear from a mile away.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Over a car.
Yeah, right? So that was my other, like, you know, I don't know, absurd kind of thing. There is a line that I thought was kind of funny in the movie, though. And I know we never really made this a part of the podcast. We tried, but whatever, because Carly never came up with a line that she would never do it. Not fair. That was a good
I just got distracted because I was either laughing or I didn't write it down.
Okay. You picked me up. Why don't you pick him up? Because he's too smart. That was hilarious. I'm like, well, that's why he's not in the movie. Well, actually is. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was funny. other than that, I don't know. I thought the movie was super boring. It was slow. I didn't connect with anything. It was. I don't know if this sort of like police informant kind of story was common in the 50s, or if that was sort of like, newish. It's pretty old hat these days, but yeah, I didn't care for it. I just didn't. But what about you?
I didn't like it to begin with, and I couldn't get over how stupid are the police. Why did they tell him? Why did they tell him that they found fingerprints on the body and show him a photo? And then go, oh, for God's sake, he's beat him up.
I don't know. I don't know.
I couldn't deal with them. They were so stupid.
Right.
But I really liked when they killed Gladys. That's her name. I was like, that's mean. And then it goes to kind of like that little bit where it was like he knows that they know, and he knows who killed her, and they know that he knows, and he's still just going to go weird.
You're scary. You really don't like women.
No, I liked her.
You really don't.
She was really nice, and they were going to go.
Yeah, but the best part for you is when she was murdered.
Lou. Well, yeah, because then he stopped being fucking weird. Because all the way through the film, he had no lines. They literally would ask him a question, and he'd go, or they'd go, "Do you do okay?" Yep.
Yeah.
What That's else? True. Or he'd repeat back what they'd say. They'd go, "Oh, do you want a job? You want a job?" It's like,
right.
So when she kind of like got stuffed in a box or whatever it was, a suitcase, he started being a bit aggy. Started saying a bit more. So I quite like this. And then just when I thought it was going to get interesting, just got stupid again. Because he put someone in a coma that isn't in a coma, and he had this stupid microphone thing, and they started talking about being big best friends, and I just couldn't, and then he just lost me again.
Yeah, they never had me, but that's funny. Yeah.
I thought when he started like going in sort of like infiltrating a bit, I thought this could be quite interesting, but it just didn't. He just sort of like beat a load of people up, was best mates with them all, went straight to doing a deal that wasn't really that dangerous or interesting, and then that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I partially agree with you, because I never got better for me. Even especially, I mean, after she died, she was the only character I really that was decent or accurate, I guess, so
that was just sort of go, but I thought it might accelerate the story quite a bit.
Yeah. Now they didn't, if I remember right, they didn't even show her die, right? They just call him.
They didn't even show a body or anything.
Yeah, there's the trunk thing. And I thought that was a little, they should have showed it somehow, even if it was you don't see who kills her kind of thing or whatever. But I just felt like they should have. It just felt like it was just missing. There's just missing pieces of the movie, in a way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Well, I could struggle here for another 10 minutes to try and find something to talk about on this movie, but I really literally my notes are, this movie is also known as, in 4 titles, and my you picked me up, why don't you pick him up, because he's too smart line. Those are my notes on this movie. That's what I got. Do you have anything to say that would potentially sway somebody to want to watch this movie?
It's hard because it's a bit like 2 different films.
Mm-hmm.
So for me anyway, so the beginning when he's being weird in the bar over the piano and he's just come out of prison and all that kind of stuff, that's one film. And then it just suddenly, randomly, all of a sudden, completely switches pace to something else that's not quite worked out.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean? When the police get
Yeah.
hold of him, it's like, considering that he's supposed... I think it's his character, because considering that he's supposed to be this gruff, I don't talk, I've been in prison, I don't care, I'm not scared. As soon as the police go, we got your fingerprints, he goes, oh no.
Yeah.
And then within 4 hours, he's ratting out the biggest crime boss that there is. Who?
Yeah, it's like a testament of not wanting to go back to jail. It's like that is the driving force of this entire movie.
And then he doesn't want to go back to jail, but then he's quite happy to beat someone to a pulp and risk going back to ads.
Yeah.
He's very inconsistent through it. I think if his character was a bit more
Well
solid,
written.
well, I was trying to be nice. Consistent.
Yeah.
If he actually had like a few character traits that stayed the same, like it's fine if he's gruff and if he's one-dimensional and just gives one-word answers, but do it all the way through.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
do
I think
it
he's
for a journey.
multi-dimensional, but only because of the bad writing, because of the inconsistencies. Right?
Yeah.
Is that why you called him multiple? What'd you say in your synopsis? Multiple personalities or something like that? Yeah. I mean that.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense to me.
Because he was so like Jekyll and Heidi. Like he was horrible. He was hot. Why she ever wanted to go out with him is beyond me. Because he was horrible to it. He was like, if somebody said more than a sentence to him, he had him by the collar and he's trying to like rough them up out of sync.
Right. Yeah.
And then he has like one sentence where he says something nice, and then she says something else, and then he goes, "Listen, we do it my way," and then goes. And apparently that's his declaration of like, "Oh my god, I'm in love."
Yeah, it's a little easy in the movie, right?
I mean,
yeah. Hey, it might work for you, Carly.
Really.
You never know.
I can't really help persuading someone to watch it, I'm afraid, other than the title, and maybe watch it when you've had a drink for a bit of a giggle.
That's right. Have the fingerprint drink, and you might enjoy the fingering. I mean, the Fingerman. That was terrible.
Poster's so funny as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. I was like, Fingerman, what the fuck is this about? I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, it is accurate because he did.
No. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. It's just funny. All right. Well, let's.
Eye-catching. It's an eye-catching. It's an attention-catching title.
Yeah. Let's give this a generating. What do you say? Yeah.
I don't want to be mean, but.
Oh, it's okay. Everybody associated with the movie's dead. I think.
I'm gonna say like 3.
3? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's worse than me. I gave it a 4. Just because it's a noir, they hit the style, the kind of stuff that even though it's badly written, it still has all the tropes of a noir. It's not really missing much there. I'd say it's probably worth a view, but I think it's super forgettable if it wasn't for the unintentional comedic aspects of it. Like, I think that's the only thing that might make it memorable. Yeah, and then and Peggy Castle. I think it would probably make me look her up and see what else she's been in. Maybe a better movie or two. Yeah, but other than that, I don't think I can forget about the movie just because the title and the scenes that we played, But as far as a movie goes, it's totally forgettable, I think. I think there's so much better stuff out there to watch. But, then again, it's worth the view, seeing it once. Yeah. So 4 gens out of 10 for me. So yeah. Sorry, folks at home, to bring you a downer episode. Hopefully it's the funniest, saddest episode you've ever seen.
I was going to give it like a 5 or a 6 until it
Ouch.
derailed itself. It just
What
totally
point?
derailed itself for me at the end. So
Yeah. What point at the end where you're like, nope, this is a 3?
After he beat up
Coma Boy.
Lou, after he beat up Lou, and he went to do the deal to change the date of the deal again, got beat up, got mouthy, then beat the other guy up again, and then the
It's
police
a whole
rang
series
in
of fucking
when-
issues.
Yeah, and then the police just went, "Don't worry, he's in a coma. See you tomorrow."
Yeah.
And then the whole thing in the car, I was like, he would have been thrown out the car by now.
Yeah, right.
They would have shot him in the face, considering
Yeah.
what they're supposed to do.
Well, he
to all these
doesn't like
people.
violence.
No, I know,
He's
but
not a-
come on, you want realistic gangsters?
Yeah, he's not a violent man, though.
Well, no, apparently, maybe that's what it was. Lou wasn't there. So he's like, I'm going to have to talk him to death because I haven't got anyone to beat him to death while I'm not here.
Right. Yep.
So he tried.
Yeah. That he did. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play this one more time. Oh no, is it gonna play? That's too bad. It won't let us play it again. Oh, that makes me sad.
Oh, it's good to watch it again now.
Yeah. But all right. Well, folks, I guess that means you have to watch the movie. So don't take our word for it. It might be great.
No, don't, because it's got really good reviews on Internet Movie Database.
Does it really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Really, yeah.
All right.
Really
Well,
good reviews.
I thought this podcast was over. Now I got to look this up. IMDb.
Like,
Nope.
like
not
6 or
IMDb.
7. Solid 6 or 7 on most of the reviews that I saw.
Really? That can't be real.
Then I think that's maybe crime fans watching it. Who it's slightly different if you are a bit of a crime fan, I suppose, maybe.
Oh, it does have a 6.4.
Hmm.
Really? Wow. I don't see any actual reviews though. It's just star reviews. Huh. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. I do know that there's a remake French version, I think from 1962. Yeah, 1962. La Doulos.
Did you say that right?
I don't have a clue.
Well, anyone that was watching from France before has just gone, nope, not for me. That podcast is a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it looks far more interesting, but I don't speak French. So, yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks more interesting. But yeah, that's surprising. 6.4. Interesting. Yeah.
I think maybe, I wonder if maybe it was quite, this is going to sound really funny because the guy doesn't like violence, but I think it might have been a little bit more violent for the times of what people were used to. So maybe people have a fondness for it because it pushed the boundary a little bit, which would make sense as to why it would have plot holes or loose little bits that didn't quite work.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. It's hard. It's hard for me to wrap my head around that because I've seen so many movies and so much violence. It's hard for me to be like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, but you don't know
at,
the type of violence. Like,
yeah.
this is very like, when do you think, how many films do you think at that time would have had the idea of a woman in a box that's been mangled and mutilated?
Right, yeah.
Stuff like that, maybe.
Beating a person into a coma, maybe.
Yeah. So even though we've said this before, like, this is the drawback to not seeing it at the time, there's probably loads of stuff that we're missing because we're just watching it now on YouTube and we can't get past the fact it's called Fingerman. So and
to be clear, it's not Fingerman, it's Fingerman. It's two separate words.
But like, so when we're watching it, we're like, oh, there's loads more violent stuff in noir than this. But I think sort of
maybe it's the implied violence compared to the actual violence, because he's gratuitous in his fist fighting. Like he tries to beat up a lot of people, right? And then I guess coupled with that, and I don't know, that would make sense. Yeah.
And they treat the women quite badly, don't they, as well? Like there's that scene where they push that. They think that woman's been stealing, or I couldn't tell if it was stealing from him or stealing from a guy that she sees. But then they shoved her in a room and you just heard her screaming, didn't you? So I wonder if it's stuff like that, maybe.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Well, I think at this point, the audience has to decide. Somebody tell us, do you like this? It's on YouTube. You can find it. I think it's public domain. But although somebody has restored it, it was really good quality. Like that was one of the things that I noticed, is that this, I mean, for being a B movie, it's been restored. It's been up-res, it looks great. So for being, I guess, it's listed out there as a B noir movie, but it wasn't a complete low budget film. Like there's, it had a budget. But I don't know. I couldn't find a whole lot of fanfare about it. I didn't see a lot of positive reviews, or a lot of reviews actually in general. But anyway, that's what we're here for, folks. So you don't have to watch it unless you want to. But I would suggest watching it just for the name, and then you'll never be able to. Yeah, the Carly's. Do that again.
We need a sound effect that's 2 seconds after I've done it, so that we can show them the film. Boom.
The delayed Carly. All right, folks, that's it for us today, I think. And we hope you enjoy your fingerprint along with the Fingerman. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
He's looking at you, kid.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Speakeasy Noircast. Make sure to visit our website, resurrectionfilms.net, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or any of your favorite podcast apps, so you'll never miss a show.